All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Will Guzzardi. I'm the state representative from the 39th District on the northwest side of Chicago. I'm an assistant majority leader in the House of Representatives, and I'm so proud to be here today with Climate Safe Pensions Illinois, with Senator Johnson and other colleagues from the Senate to talk about Senate Bill 130 and the need for divesting our pension funds from fossil fuels. This is a very important bill. I'm really proud to be the House sponsor of this bill. It is deeply aligned with our state's stated climate goals, but really what I want to focus my remarks on this morning is about the health of our pension systems. We all know about the unfunded liability of our state public pension systems. We've been working very diligently over the last several years to try to bend the cost curve, make additional payments, lower the long-term liability to the state. But one way to shore up the pension system without spending another dollar is just to get better returns on our money. It doesn't cost the state anything for our investments to perform better. If only it were that easy, right? If there were just some way that we could make sure that our dollars went farther. Well, that's what our bill here is about today. Divesting our pension funds from fossil fuels will increase returns to the funds in the long run. Not only is it aligned with our goals on climate, but it's aligned with our goals on guaranteeing a safe retirement for all of our public employees. And we're not just making this up. You know, there's a study from the University of Waterloo that looked at 6 different US pension funds and went back 10 years and said, what if 10 years ago those pension funds had divested from fossil fuels? How would they be performing today? And it showed that those funds would have been 13% stronger. Their returns would have been 13% higher if they had divested from fossil fuels 10 years ago. So this is good investment strategy for pension funds. And that's looking backward, right? We also need to look ahead. Just imagine how, if the last 10 years have been good for clean energy, how the next 10, 20, 30 years are going to be. Fossil fuel companies have been underperforming their peers in the major indexes in the last years, and that's only going to get worse as the energy transition accelerates and as these assets get stranded. These companies are going to continue to underperform. There's no amount of drill, baby, drill that's going to reverse the trends that are happening in our economy. And meanwhile, clean energy is only going to get cheaper because, of course, all the costs are upfront. Once you build a solar panel, once you build a wind farm, you have free energy forever. So these costs, we're spending the most we're ever going to spend right now on these clean energy assets, building them, and that energy will be generated in perpetuity for years to come. So fossil fuels are trending down and clean energy is trending up. If this was a winning strategy for investments for the last 10 years, just imagine how it's going to be for the next 10, 20, 30 years. And that's the time horizon that we need to be thinking on when it comes to our pension systems, when it comes to our investment strategy. We can't just be thinking about the returns tomorrow. We have to be thinking about the folks who are teachers, who are public employees today, police, firefighters, who are working today for the people of our state. We have to think about their retirement 30 years down the line. This investment strategy will work for them, it'll work for Illinois, and it'll align us with our goals of protecting the climate and saving our planet. So I'm proud to be a sponsor of this legislation, and now I'm going to turn it over to our Senate sponsor, who's introduced this legislation in the Senate, Senator Adriane Johnson.